Oh, after the training, I changed it to the first two paragraph that you sent us,
Right.
and it worked better.
Yeah.
Connected to Sales Remastered.
So the reason why it works is because they value that you're helping them save time, and so what it does is allows us to go straight to the underlying reason as to why they would want a lower rate or payment. Because right now all we can sell is cash out or debt consolidation or lowering the term, right? Most of the time it's going to end up being cash out for debt consolidation. What we're trying to do first is just find out if there's motive. If there's motive, then we'll find out if everything else fits, like income, credit, right? The pillars of the loan. So can I even make a loan with you? And then if I can make a loan with you, what direction do I have? So during the entire conversation, that's when the sale happens, is because I'm actually extracting the information that's going to sell them. So they're telling me how to sell them. Like, what do you need savings in? Like, that's not necessarily a question. A question would be more like, if I can help you create savings, what did you plan to do with it? Would you put it towards the balance of your loan or back towards your bank account, right? And then they'll tell you, so I'd put it towards my credit card debt. Okay, now you're telling me how to sell you because now I know what your motive is. You're going to put it towards credit card debt, which now opens up the question, how much do you owe in credit card debt, right? I owe about 30 grand. Okay, of those, in that 30 grand, how much are you paying? And then listen to their answer, because they're going to tell you, I think, which means that he's not the one that sends the bills most of the time. Or my wife sends, or my husband sends, right? Whatever the amount is, and then it's going to help you line up who needs to be part of the second call. And this is the way that they answer other questions too. You could tell that there's a decision influencer, and that's very important to pay attention to. So when you find out that they pay $1,000 on their credit card debt, then it would be backed up with, do you know if that's the minimum, or are you sending above the minimum due? And then they'll say minimum. So I've already captured a lot of leverage. But the key is that I'm not going to jump in and try to sell him yet. I'm going to save that to deliver in my pitch.
Because most people don't want to just hear a presentation normally.
Yeah. Well, we're being pitched all day long.
Yeah.
Think about how many times you see immediate advertisement of a sale, of buy now, of we got the lowest cost, we got the lowest rate. We again, empathy, right? Mm-hmm. You're seeing that your prospect, the person that you're trying to sell, is being sold to multiple times a day. And so if you come off as a salesman, you're going to sound like those multiple advertisements they see every day.
Yeah.
And so they've learned to mute you out. Kind of like when you walk into a store and you hear that sales rep saying, "Can I help you find something?" You naturally say, no.
Yeah. Even though you're clueless.
Yeah.
You don't know
you
where
really
to go.
need help, right? You're like, no, I'm okay. Because those are triggers. Those are sounds that put you in a place where you have to be on guard, right? And the reason why you want to be on guard is because the human nature, our instinct is to protect ourselves. And with that, our instinct is to protect our time and our money.
Yep.
And so if we need to protect our time, our money, and ourselves, one of the dangers is a salesman, right? And so if you present yourself as a salesman rather than a professional or a consultant, then you're already setting yourself up for friction. And so that's what I teach you on these courses, like the new selling is consulting. Consulting is the new selling.
It is.
Right? It's not about pitching, it's about collaborating now. I think the problem and the challenge is with a lot of salesmen, regardless of what industry you work in, whether it's selling cars, selling home loans, or selling gizmos and gadgets. I think the initial resistance that we all face up front is having this stigma of being pushy, of wanting to sell something, being more focused on making a sale. Whereas if we came off in the approach of, hey, how can I actually help you? Let me make sure I can help you save some time. Let me make sure you're in the right place. Imagine that. So if you walked into a store, instead of hearing someone say, hey, how can I help you? Or can I help you find something? Instead of saying that, because that's going to trigger a sales reaction, what if that salesman said, hey, let me make sure you're in the right spot. I'll save you some time. Boom. Now I'm open to talk to this guy, right? Yeah, where's your blah, blah, blah. That's just that change in that wording. If you were a commission rep and you relied on that one intro as, hey, can I help you find something, right? That's a sale. Mm-hmm. But if I say, hey, you know what? Let me make sure you're in the right place. Let me help you save some time. What are you looking for? That's a different perspective. When it comes down to our sales, the challenge that we have is that we are coming off like that salesman, like, hey, can I help you find something? We're asking, we're offering, we're not suggesting, and we're not driving. Where if we suggest a solution to something that they're emotionally tied to, which their instinctive reaction is to protect their time and their money, I know this. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to use it to my advantage to extract the information that I need in order to learn what you will buy. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense? So you put 2 and 2 together and And you're like, okay, well, the challenge of making the sale is me learning the things that they desire, how they see things. Like you said, we have our own lens on our own point of view. Salesmen do also, but more importantly, our prospects have this point of view. They have their own lens. And the issue is that with sales today, we're focused on our own lens rather than looking at it through the lens of the others. And if we take the time to actually look at it through their lens, we'll see their point of view, we'll see their value, and we'll not waste time on what they don't see as value. And a lot of salespeople right now are wasting time on what they don't see as value.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And what they believe, or the salesman is going in as, is they believe that they're giving value by offering a solution or asking if they want to buy.
If you anchor all your good memories to Montel Jordan, right? Like, this is how we do. And so every time you hear that chorus, you go back to that time zone, or you go back to that mental state. And that mental state just happens to be at your strongest, at your most confident, at the most swaggerific person or version of you, right? That's your game. This is you. Like, that's where you need to get it at. And again, it could be Montel Jordan. It could be fucking, I don't know, Kenny G. Like, you might just like the sound of a flute, and you rock that flute, boo-boo. You do whatever the fuck you need to do to get your mind state changed, because when you figure out that you could change and you can manipulate your own energy and attitude, well, guess what, boo-boo? You figured out the code to play this game however the fuck you want. Everyone's gonna have a point of view, and if you try to change everyone's point of view, you're spending too much time living through their point of view and not your own. So I invite you to live through your own point of view, and let's go rock this shit today. I'll go see you at the top. Bye.